right, so we're gonna get into our little project with this unit. So when you are in your Swift app, you should be able to see like more playgrounds. If you're in the Learn to Code program thing still, you can just click this little X and that closes it and brings you to the playgrounds screen. So we are going to go down and click See All. So this is the screen where you can find all kinds of other things if you want to go on your own after this, like all of these are available. The one that we're going to do is this rock, paper, scissors challenge. So basically you get to create your own personalized rock, paper, scissors game, and you're going to learn with different coding how to personalize it. So we're going to click Get, and it'll download. Alright, once it is done downloaded, you can click on it to open it. And kind of how this screen works. So your code that you make is going to be on the left side, and then there is directions here on the right, and you can kind of minimize these directions by like dragging this window down. So that way when you run your code, it shows up on like this back part of the right screen. Bring that back up. So let's get started. So I'll go through this with you. You are more than welcome to go through these on your own, but it does take a little bit of figuring some stuff out. So game rules, you guys all know rock, paper, scissors. Rock beats paper, or rock beats scissors, paper beats rock, scissors beats paper. And those are the different symbols that they're using for rock, paper, scissors in this game. But you can make it be other things like yogi, surfer, climber, pirate, ninja, zombie. And this is your way to like make it your own. So we are going to start by creating different variables for your game. So a variable is a named container that stores a value that can be changed. And it'll start to make more sense as we go through things. So with these things in here, it gives you the code, and this little button here means copy. So we are going to create this variable that's named game, and it's equal to this game. So I'm going to tap to enter my code. I'm going to copy, and that little green check mark means it's copied. Click over here, and I can just do paste. So this variable gets all the abilities of the game type. So games are like a thing, like, to make any game in Swift, you'd have to create this variable, basically. And then we're going to use one of the game's abilities to play it. So we need this code to actually allow us to play the game. So I copied it, and I'm going to paste it. And now it says, run your code and play a game. So I'm going to sweep that down, click run my code, and we can see what it actually looks like. So this is our rock, paper, scissors game. Right now, the base, default, and nothing changed with our personalizations. So you are this bottom character, this little guy with sunglasses. Your opponent is the top, little devil. You can tell how many times you've won next to the trophy. So right now it's 0-0. You can change what rock, paper, scissors you want, and once you have it chosen, you pick go, and then it kind of randomly does your opponent. I lost, so he got a point. I can click go again. I could have changed my action that time we tied. So this is just the game. So we're going to learn more about customizing it going forward, but this is what the game looks like, and I am not very good, I guess. So I'll click back down so I can see everything. So now it'd be more fun if we can make it our own instead of just the classic rock, paper, scissors. So I'm going to click next. So I just kind of changed the screen a little bit because it added this tab called My Game. So there's main and My Game. And basically this My Game tab is code that you can access anywhere. And it's really handy if you create other files or things like that. Main is just for this location only, where My Game can be shared amongst other places. So we're gonna make a global variable. So this means that this global variable that we're gonna create in this My Game folder can be accessed in other codes. So we have public variable game equals game. This means, because it has public in front of it, means you can access it on any page in this book. So next thing we're gonna add in here is this game.addOpponent, and then it's a little monkey guy. So I can click this and add it in. So I'm going to add it in right underneath setup game. So I'm just going to click again and do paste. And now we can see what this does, because I don't know, so what becomes a little monkey. So when I click run my code, I can see that instead of the devil character here, it's that monkey. So what this does is that you can change who your opponent is. So to do that, I can go in here and delete the monkey and add in a different emoji, basically. So I'm going to open up my keyboard and go down to the emojis, and you can make your opponent be anything you want. So maybe I'll do an alien. So you can choose your own opponent. So you should do that now in your code. So after you set your opponent, you can run your code and see that it changed. So now you have customized that one little piece. So now that you've added one opponent, you can add up to 4 additional opponents. So I'll show you how to do that, and you can choose if you want to do that in your game. So I'm just going to copy that code again and paste it on the next line. And I'm going to change my character to a different emoji. We'll do a happy cat, sure. So now when I run my code, I'm playing against 2 people, and you can test that out and see how that works. So going back in, it kind of helps with this little mini quiz. So in the setup game, says the function also has the word public in front of it. What do you think that means? So I'll give you guys some time to answer this on your own, and I won't even show you my answer. But it either means it's a global function you can access from anywhere, or it's private and only to that file. So hopefully you got that question right, or learned a little bit more about public functions. To get to this screen, you might have to click this little arrow in the top to get to the next step. So now that you've added other opponents and changed how the opponents work, we can actually change the prize on your round. So if I look back in here, you can see that the prize is that little trophy. So we can change the prize to be something else. So if I copy this code, I can paste that on the next line, and it says the round prize, this one is a lollipop. So then you can go in just like we did with the opponents and choose an emoji. So I wonder if there's like a money symbol. This money would be a good prize. So there are some other like trophies and certificate things in here that you could use as a prize. There we go. There's a money symbol. I'm going to do a money symbol. And you can go and check out your code and see how that changes. So now I have money symbols in there instead. So every time you win, you get $1, I guess. So now we have a prize set up. And you can click next to move on.